Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we're going to talk about how to raise your credit score. Good, great, bad, it doesn't matter. We're going to go over it briefly. And as everybody knows who's here at the SSN Nation, we can talk about anything, but we're going to start off with the credit, personal credit that is today, and welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. And once again, I want to thank you for being here. And I'm going to start this off real quick on the Wednesday night live stream. Please smash the like button. Why? So the YouTube algorithm will let them know that the Stop Struggling Now Nation is in the house. And first off, I want to thank somebody straight off the box for a super sticker. Olivia Jones has made a nice donation. Thank you so much. And I humbly appreciate that donation. It's very helpful. Thank you very, very much for the super sticker, Olivia Jones. And welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, normally on the Wednesday night live streams, the members with the icon, that means those that have joined the channel, are able to be in the chat room tonight. So they're the only ones that will be able to answer questions. But I'm going to get right into a few things that you can do to improve your credit score, how to raise your credit score without doing much at all. How about the first things first? If you haven't watched any of my previous credit videos, how to fix your credit, how to improve your credit, we're going to go over some of the things that I've mentioned in those previous videos, since it's live and since people can ask questions. First things first, it's very rudimentary, very simple. All you have to do is call up your creditor and say, hey, I've paid on time. I'm thinking I need to buy some extra items around the house or for my business or whatever. Can you increase my credit limit? Now, by increasing your credit limit, that reduces your debt utilization. I'm not saying use that increased credit line, but that increased credit limit will help reduce your debt utilization, which will in turn help increase your credit score. So that's one of the very first things that you can do. You want to know something else you can do that's not going to cost you anything as well? You can actually call up. If you have more than 4 hard inquiries, then you should be trying to call the credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Call them up and request that they remove some of the hard inquiries. Only the hard inquiries of the people who did not give you credit. If you try to remove a hard inquiry from somebody that gave you credit, they take offense. They will close your account for doing that. So what you want to do is, if you have over 4 hard inquiries, or even if you have 4 hard inquiries, but you did not get issued any credit, there again, you can call up and have them remove it and say, you know, I don't remember this. I don't know how it got on there. And sometimes they will remove it by a phone call. That's all it takes, a simple phone call. So that is 2 things that you can do. Of course, the one that everybody likes is the collections. Let's just call it what it is. Collections are a problem because you take a major hit on your credit. So now, if you're doing collections, you know how to do it. You're going to have to file a dispute for a collection. I'm going to tell you the way I look at collections. When I have a collection, let's say I had a collection, I had a bill with AT&T. AT&T does not collect on that bill. So what do? They put it on your credit report that you are past due. Then after a certain other few months, then they turn around and sell that debt to somebody else. So AT&T will write it off and say, okay, this is a loss. and then they turn around and sell it to a collection agency. You had no business with the collection agency. You only had business with AT&T. So now all they have is a record of debt. They don't have anything that you signed with them, meaning you don't have nothing signed with the collection agency. So therefore, they put something on your credit report saying you owe them money. And then, of course, they can make the amount whatever they want to make it. But the point I'm trying to make is that's why you need to get those removed. You don't have no business with them. They shouldn't be able to put it on your credit file. So therefore, I have the free credit dispute letters. All you have to do is hit me up. In fact, if I haven't said this, you might want to have that pen, pad, and pencil ready, because you never know what kind of gems somebody might drop here in the chat room and other things that we're going to talk about. So again, you can hit me up at eric@stopstrugglingnow.com or support@stopstrugglingnow.com, and I will send you the free dispute letters. Basically, it's an escalation. And what you're trying to do is you're telling them, hey, I need this removed. This is not right, whatever the case may be. But you're going to need the account number that's on your collection in your credit report. That collection account, you need that account number. You're going to have to put that on there. And then, of course, you have to send it into the credit bureaus. And I will tell you, you should do it with something from the United States Post Office that is trackable, so you know it was delivered. Because you know, ultimately, if they don't remove something that shouldn't be on your credit report, then you can sue the credit bureaus. And that's how we escalate it. All right. So hopefully that helps you out. So let's see who's in the house. Not only did we have Olivia Jones make the donation from Straight Off the Top super sticker. Again, I want to thank you so much for that donation. I humbly appreciate it. Now we have Tim Smith is in the house. He has the icon next to his name. So I want to say thank you so much for being here on the Wednesday Night Live. Hello, SSN fam. Right on, man. Thank you so much for being in the house, Tim Smith. I appreciate it. Jonathan with the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here. What's up, SSN crew? Thank you so much for being here. Jonathan, once again, and I appreciate the support, everybody with the icon. And you will notice people with the icon are in the chat room. And why? Because on Wednesday Night Lives, only members with the icon can be in the chat room. And tonight, if a member wants to join me on the live stream on the screen, you can do so. You can only find the code under the community tab, and under the community tab of the YouTube channel, it's specifically for the members only. Regular people can't see that link. Only members can see it. So if you want to join us live, feel free. He says, what's up, SSN crew? And Victor Marrero's in the house. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. And he says, hello, all. And he has his tagline in check. Let's do this. Thank you so much for being here once again, Victor Marrero. And I appreciate your support with the icon, which is next to his name as well. So there we have it. We have you a way to get your credit repaired. And I'm giving out the free credit dispute letters. DIY Fix It. So there you go. There's 3 ways that you can raise your credit score, and you didn't even have to do much thus far. Now, I'm going to put something else out there that does require some actual cash, and that is pay down your debt on your credit cards. That will reduce your debt utilization. Now, some of you may not be familiar with the debt utilization. What you need to understand, when you go to Credit Karma, let's say, for instance, and it says your debt utilization is 40%, that is not a good number. You need to be at 29% or less just for starters. Then you need to be under 10%, meaning 9% or less of your overall debt utilization number. All right. So that's why I like Credit Karma, because you can log in and it's readily available for you. Easy to see. And that goes by credit cards, installment trade lines such as your car payment, your mortgage payment. Those are installment trade lines. Those have nothing to do with your debt utilization. That just has to do with your on-time payment history. All right. So hopefully that helps you out. That's 4 things right there. Jewel 20 ladies in the house with the icon next to her name as well. Thank you so much for being here on the Wednesday night live stream. And hello, family. Hello to you too, Jewel 20 Lady. Thank you so much for your support and being here on the Wednesday night live stream. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the theme of the night, how to raise your credit score. How, with whether you have good, bad, or indifferent. So now you might be saying, okay, Eric, I get you. I have bad credit. There's some of these things I can't use. Then what else should you do? Okay, that means you should add credit to your credit file so you can get on-time payments. More on-time payments, the better. The more debt utilization you can get or reduce your debt utilization by adding credit cards, the better. And that's why I have the shopping cart trick, as I call it, and a lot of other people call it, where you can get Victoria's Secret, Overstock. Down below in the description, look for the shopping cart videos. They're deep down there today. But those, if you're able to add those, then you will be adding a credit card with no credit check, no hard inquiry, so you won't lose any points there. And if you can actually get approved or qualified, you'll find out what I'm talking about when you watch the video. And then if you get added, that will reduce your debt utilization, which will help raise your credit score. Again, no credit check, no qualifying. All right. That's how you do it with those. That's two opportunities you have. I'm not saying you're going to be approved. About 60% of the people, 6 out of 10 people get approved. All right. The pop-up comes up for you to choose the credit card option. Now, if you don't want that, then of course, down below in the description, I have all kind of things. If you're not familiar with Self-Lender and Credit Strong, those are installment trade lines, almost like you're paying into a savings account and then they take a fee. The beauty of Self-Lender is two things. They will give you an installment trade line. You pay monthly into the account. Once you have a certain number of a certain amount of savings in the account, you can then get a secured credit card with them, which will give you your debt utilization. So now for the same money, you can have 2 items reporting to your credit file. This is all personal, all right? Because now I'll get into something else as well. But personal is Self-Lender. The link is down below so you can familiarize yourself with Self-Lender. Next up, everybody knows Credit Strong. I've talked about them. They do installment trade lines as well, and it works just like Self-Lender. So if you do anything, they report just like a car payment, just like a mortgage payment. It's an installment. It's a fixed number every month, just like Self-Lender does. Same thing. But these getting more on-time payments helps your credit score. So now you have those 2 options to get some things on, but that costs you a little money. But we also have Tomo credit card, X1, Benjamin Finance. They're all down below in the description. Tomo credit card, no credit check, no qualifying. If you get approved with them, they report to your credit bureau. But again, you don't have to worry about any hard inquiry because they link to your bank account. They give you a report to your credit file based on what your bank account tells them. I don't know what their criteria is, but once again, no hard inquiry to take points away from you. So you have another opportunity to add another credit reporting item to your credit file. On-time payments is number 1. That's 35% of your credit score. So again, if you don't have a hard inquiry, and you're getting on-time payments added, and you're getting another item added to your credit report, that helps you out greatly because you want a lot of things reporting to your credit report, because then when you try to actually go for some credit, people see that you're well-rounded, that you have installment trade lines that you're paying on time. You have revolving trade lines that you're paying on time. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see 1 or 2 accounts. They like to see 10 or 11 or 12 accounts that you're able to manage. That's why you can raise your credit score by getting cards and getting items posted to your credit file without doing hard inquiries. That's the objective here in 2021. And that's why every link down below is no hard inquiry. So there's certain things like came out, like X1 and Benjamin Finance. They haven't come out yet. There's a wait list. So sign up with them too. It's a fintech company. We don't know what they're going to do when they come out or if they're even going to come out. But all you can do is get on the wait list. Again, they're promising no credit checks, none of that. So we'll see. But then when they come out, you'll have an idea if that's what you want to do. So that's other ways that can help you out with your credit file. All right, let's see what else we got. We have Jonathan. He's mentioning something here. Let's see what he's got. I know most things we could remove ourselves and for free. But if we don't want to, what happened? I got something that popped up. And we don't want to deal with sending letters and calling. Are there any companies you recommend that will actually remove things fast? No, Jonathan, I don't recommend any companies. The reason why is it's pretty simple. Even though these companies do this for a living, they can't guarantee it. Even though they talk a good game, they'll say, yes, we can get everything removed in 60 days or 45 days. And then when it doesn't happen, you get disappointed because they don't own the credit bureaus. So therefore, they don't know for sure if they can get things removed for sure and for forever. So that's the reason why I don't recommend any credit repair agencies. All right. Most of the time, people pay a lot of money and they get half of the results. So if you wanted 4 things removed, you might get 2 things removed. Then you might have things come back. You just never know. So it really is that simple, just to mail in letters. They're almost doing the same thing. They might have other means where you can actually call up as an attorney or something like that and say, hey, we went to court and this should be off their, credit file, things of like that nature. But you just never know. So that's why I don't recommend paying $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. People pay thousands of dollars for credit repair and then find out it doesn't happen. And there's no way that somebody can guarantee 100% anyhow. So hopefully that answers the question. Unfortunately, I can't be of any service to you with regard to that. Also, down below in the description, another card is coming out called Black Steel. They have a wait list. So therefore, you should go down and sign up for the wait list for Black Steel. I'm running through some of these that I have. There's also One Finance that has come out. This is if you use One Finance and you deposit, you have direct deposit to the One Finance account. It's a bank account as well. Then they will give you a line of credit. They don't report, but they will give you a line of credit based on how much you're depositing. Your direct deposit is every week or every month. So therefore, that's just another way for you to have credit that I call off book, not reported to the credit files. And One Finance makes your household like a company. It separates your bills for you. So if you say, hey, put this, my electric bill portion over here, every paycheck when it comes in, it separates it for you, which is a beautiful thing. So then now you know how much money you have left over to spend. So that's why I have One Finance down below in the description as well. And I have the Black Steel also down below in the description. All right. So now we're 20 minutes in. We have a few more people here. Please make sure you smash the like button. And some of you may be saying, why? Because the YouTube algorithm, guys, doesn't like to share Stop Struggling Now videos. I released a video yesterday and I released a video today. I don't know how many people received any notifications, but I didn't receive any notifications of any of them along with the live stream tonight. So I don't know. The YouTube gods are showing us no love while we're giving people information that can help them change their lives. All right, Robbie D, DJ Robbie D is in the house from Philly. What's up, SSN Nation? Getting them nuggets. Thank you so much, Robbie D. The nuggets are in full effect. Thank you so much for being here on the Wednesday night live stream. And he has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much. Curtis Davis, he has re-upped and he has the icon next to his name. Welcome back, Curtis Davis, otherwise known as Mr. Financial. Here is in the house. Thank you so much for being here once again. And again, ladies and gentlemen, new members, old members, donations, Thank you so much. And I want to say one other thing. Please share the videos. And by the way, since we're talking about credit, earlier today, I uploaded a video for pre-construction condo in an upscale location in the Dominican Republic called Cap Cana. But it has nothing to do with the after portion that I mentioned. Pre-construction condos for sale, no credit check, no qualifications. You will need about 10% down to get started, but still no credit check, no qualifications. And I received an email from somebody the other day asking me about, do you have to fill out a W-8, I believe it is, any paperwork for that you have to give them your social security number or anything like that. I do not recall giving my social security number. I do recall giving my address, of course. I do recall giving my phone number. I do recall having to upload or give them a picture of my passport. But there was never anything regarding tax situations. So therefore, no credit check, no qualifying to buy pre-construction properties, whether it's in Mexico, whether it's in Miami, in USA, whether it's in Dominican Republic, whether it's in Asia somewhere, it does not matter. So once again, sometimes you don't need credit to make things happen. And even if you had bad credit under the pre-construction, you can still get property. All right, just keep that in mind because there's no credit check. It doesn't matter. They don't even check your bank account to make sure you have proof of funds to pay for anything, because once you put your money down and you default, you only get back a portion of it. So they don't really care. They got the paper. Once they have the contract, they can turn it into a derivative. And in case you're new here and don't know what a derivative is, that just means, let's say I sold 10 $100,000 condominiums on paper or villas. It doesn't matter what it is. And you only put down 10%. So I only collected $100,000 in reality. But those 10 together in a package are worth $1 million. I can now go down to find a lender, and I have these 10 contracts worth $1 million and say, how much will you give me for these? They could turn around and say, we will give you $400,000 right now for those contracts. Then you ultimately will be paying the other company, depending on the structure. And this is why some of you who have mortgages and who've had mortgages for 10 or 15 years sometimes get a notice saying your new mortgage company or send your check to this new company. That's because they sold the paper. All right. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's go. I heard Bridget helps with credit. Have you heard of them? I have not heard of them. And quite frankly, Jonathan, I don't really look around for anybody that does credit repair any longer. I just know, in fact, I can't remember the name of the couple of companies out there that charges people like $99 a month and then get nothing done. And meanwhile, people are paying 5, 6, 7, 8 months later and nothing's happening. So again, I don't recommend doing that. It's very simple. Just search the channel, and I actually have specific videos for DIY fix your credit or fix your own credit, however it is on the channel. So you can just go with that, and you can always ask me for the dispute letters, because it's worth your time. Why pay somebody these thousands of dollars? It's not necessary. And like I said, they generally almost do the same thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I just want to point out, I dropped something for pre-construction condo today, earlier today. Yesterday, I dropped another video that had to do with some credit as well, because of course we have to sometimes talk about business credit, because business credit starts asking for your personal credit score. And so I'm going to have a new video probably coming out tomorrow, because that one is actually going to be on the business credit side, and I'll be talking about the Shell gas card. So anybody that wants to get a gas card can potentially, without giving up their PG. Now, some people, when they get to business credit, they say, well, if it's no PG, why am I putting in my social security number? Well, that's because even if it's no PG, if you default, they want to know who to come get the money from as a business, right? So they may not do a hard inquiry, but that doesn't mean that you're still not going to back it in some capacity. All right. Especially if you're a new business that's only been out 3, 4, 6 months a year. That's not going to happen with a lot of credit issuers these days, especially during a pandemic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're 25 minutes in. And if you're new here and if you're a new member, you can actually come into the live stream tonight if you would like to. But you can also ask any questions that you want. That's how we do it around here, because we try to talk about what's going to help you long term. Even if you mess up, let's face it, a lot of people due to this pandemic lost their jobs. So therefore, your credit got messed up. So therefore, nobody's going to issue you any new credit under the old system, meaning what is your credit score? And if you defaulted on 2 or 3 things, then your credit score is going to be in the low 600s, maybe even the 500s. So now you can't go out and get credit, but you can start building your credit with no hard inquiry, what I started talking about earlier in this video. So then add some more, and you can get extra streams. You can get extra credit. That's all you have to remember. Maybe it's not going to be $5,000, but even if it's 500 or 1,000, you can start your way building your credit back up and making sure that you pay on time every month once you are able to get financially secure again. So just keep that in mind. It's never too late, because what I'm talking about works with, even if you have bad credit, you can use these no hard inquiry techniques to add to your credit file. And that'll be new good credit. And that's what you would want to do. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's see. We're 27 minutes in. I've already asked you to smash the like button. And have I asked you to please share the videos? I believe I have, because we're trying to help as many people as we can. Because like I said, the YouTube algorithm doesn't want us to give out any SSN information. Down below in the description, I should point out also, get your free, I wonder if I put it down there, free $10 from Bitcoin, all right, at Coinbase. Hopefully I have the link down below and you'll see it down there. If I didn't, then I'll have to go search for it and post it up in the chat room. Let's go see. Yeah, it looks like I didn't. Oh, well, we blew it, but it's all right. I won't blow it too much longer. I'm going to go see if I can find it somewhere, and I'll put it in the chat room. And then I'll add it a little bit later. But, yeah, it looks like I'm going to have a little problem. So I didn't add it, so we'll add it a little bit later. All right. Now, in fact, I'm just going to go get it right now so I can help add this for you. So again, if you want any of that information about getting new credit, down below in the description is where you need to go. All right. Now, of course, we can always talk about anything else. This might be a short night because I did just want to help out with the credit mainly. And here we always talk about stocks. We talk about investments, a lot of things. And so in the chat room, I put in the free $10. But again, only certain people can be in the chat room tonight. So I don't know if people watching will be able to utilize that. So now I'm going to put it down below in the description, the free $10 from Coinbase. And I just put it in the real estate video yesterday that I dropped today for Capcana. And now I'm going to add it to the live stream video here shortly. So after about a minute, you'll be able to go get that free $10 in the description down below. Yes, I'm looking at it now. So after, oh, I forgot about the extra debit card. We already use a debit card from your bank. You don't receive any type of credit whatsoever from that. So there's an extra debit card that has come out, and that extra debit card, it treats it like a normal ATM. And what they do is they give you a credit, so to speak, but it's short term because they withdraw the money from your bank account the next day. So let's say you go down to the store, you buy $50 worth of items, The next day, they do an ACH to take the $50 out your bank account. At the end of the month, they add up all of your transactions. Then they report that to the credit bureau. That's what Extra does, but they do charge a fee. So that's what you have to remember. So is the fee worth it? You can determine that if you want to get things added to your credit profile. That's just another way, especially if you have bad credit. Getting things added to your credit profile that's showing on-time payments can only do you good. All right? So hopefully that helps out. Now, let's see where we're going next. Victor Marrero's in the house. Eric, do you know what the HOA will be for Casa Juanillo, Cap Cana? I suspect it will be above 200. Yes, I do not know either. I suspect it's going to be above 200 as well. It's in Cap Cana. So, and they have amenities at their place. They're going to have about 90 units there. And they have 2 rooftop decks that are going to have ocean view. And apparently they're going to have pools up there, and they're going to have a lounge and a bar. So, and then they're going to have that movie theater, and then they're going to have that, what else am I missing? The speakeasy, as I call it, the clubhouse. That's a game room. They're going to be running electricity if people are going to be there. 90 units, and let's call it, you have to say there's going to be at least 3 units, 3 people per unit, I would say, or 2 people. So you're going to have about 150, 100 people or more. So 20, 30 people hanging out all throughout the day, visitors coming in. I would imagine it's going to be about, I would think at least 300, 250 to 300 would be my guess. I'm pretty sure of that. But even then, that's minimal to me. I actually ran some new numbers. The video I ran today, last night, people could have booked Margaritaville for the studio unit for $300. Today, I wake up. They are no longer $300 and some dollars that I showed in the video. They raised the price to $400 and something is the cheapest price right now for a studio that is only 400 and something, 420 square feet. These 1 bedrooms at the Cap Cana property are 1,000 square feet. Incredible. The studios at Margaritaville are renting for $480, $490 a night. That just gives you an idea, and that's a studio. A 1 bedroom is more at Margaritaville. So therefore, if they're able to rent $500, $600 per night for their 1 bedrooms, that means a 1 bedroom at Casa Juanillo, even if you said $400 a night, that's a bargain for somebody. $399 a night is a bargain. And especially the 1 bedroom, you bought it for $215,000. Real estate, ladies and gentlemen, assets, no credit check, no qualifying. That's what you want to do off book, not even on your credit report. And you're making money. Where do we sign up? So that's what we're talking about. And so when you start doing real estate and you say, okay, I got $399 a night. Now that, let's call it rounded up to 400. Somebody stays a week during prime time. That's $2,800. Take away 5%. Either way, I don't mind. Let's just call it $2,700. Okay. I'll still call it $2,700 because they're going to pay for the electricity. They're going to pay for the housekeeping. So it's all good. So we'll call it $2,700. You have 2 weeks. I'll use conservative numbers. 2 weeks is $10,000. I mean, what am I saying? $5,200. $5,200 during prime time, 4 months. That's 20 grand. Okay. So, and people don't understand what I'm saying. In January, we rent 2 weeks. In February, you rent 2 weeks. March, 2 weeks. April, 2 weeks. That's 4 months times 5. That's 20 grand. We only bought this for $215. We're nearing 10% return on our money on a conservative number. Dominican Republic is 85% occupancy rate all year round. This includes the June, July, August, September, October, November low seasons. Because hurricane season and storm season and all that still goes on, but they're still, over the course of a year, their average is 85% occupancy. So needless to say, 50% occupancy is well below the math. If I can get 20 or 10% on 50% occupancy, what happens if we actually were able to reserve 85% or 80% and get 3 weeks during prime time and make 70, well, that'd be 8,000, 7,600. So let's round up. I'll round up to 8,000 to make it easy on myself. But that would be $24,000 in 3 months, $32,000 in 4 months during prime time. Now we're over 10% return on our money. And things can get real wacky because Margaritaville has events, they have conferences, they have things going on in the Cap Cana area like golf events, the FedEx Cups there. They have certain things over there where now, instead of $3.99 for those weeks, you're going to be able to charge $4.99 easily. So now if you get $500 for a week, $3,500 one of those weeks, that changes. Now you're almost approaching 15 to 20% on your money without sweating. Imagine just getting $1,000 for the other 8 months, which is $8,000. Now you're up to almost 40 grand, 35 to 40 grand. Now you're at 20% almost on your money. This is the power of real estate. And if you can control an asset with no credit check, no qualifying, then we're back into assets. Pay us, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So that's the long way of saying, no, I don't know what the HOA is, but it's all right. Let's go. Let's see here. I'm missing some people. Where did I there we go. All right. Then I actually put in that free $10. Wilson Koo is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here on the Wednesday night live stream. Good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN family. 100% facts. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo, with the icon next to your name. I appreciate you being here once again on the Wednesday night live stream. Jonathan, if you report your credit card loss with, let's say, 5 years age, they will close your account. And then you will keep the age, and they will add a new card with the same amount of age. I don't know what they'll do. As far as I know, if you lose your card, they just change the account number on your account. They don't, in other words, I've lost my card before. In fact, a lot of people have had cards that were fraudulent. So all they do is they cancel that card and issue you another card. So that's what I'm assuming you mean by lost. They don't redo your age or anything. All they do is they just change the card number and you still have your same age, on-time payment history and all that. Nothing really changes. All right. So hopefully that helps you out. Did anybody catch stocks this week? No, Curtis Davis, only you were catching stocks this week. I haven't been looking at the stock market because I've sold, as I told you last week, a significant amount of my portfolio. And I kept the ones that I wanted, which, like I've told people, which include Chipotle, Apple, Microsoft, all the big boys, Amazon's, I kept some Neo. I think I have a few shares of Neo left. It was minimal, but things like that, I have gotten rid of almost. I took some profits because it was ridiculous. No, like I said before, no sense in sitting on 200%, 300%, 500% in profit, and sitting there potentially losing it all. Why be greedy? That was already being too greedy. The other stuff I sold was 100%, like some Ford. It was what was it, 150 to 200. I said, you know what? They're going to do EVs. It's going to be about 2 years. Let me go on and get rid of some of that. So I sold a lot of my stuff because I was taking profits instead of sitting there going, don't be greedy. But a bunch of activity, I'm sure, because we were talking about that infrastructure bill, and the infrastructure bill helps steel, cement, transportation businesses. So these are the kind of things that help with the infrastructure bill. It's going to help with the aluminum as well. It's going to help with all kind of metals. It's going to help with a bunch of items. And he's about to do it now to us, ladies and gentlemen. Upstart, up 16%. NUE, which is Nucor, that's an aluminum and steel company. Internationally, 9%. This is the type of increases that have been happening. And then I mentioned today under the community tab, crypto in a week has went up like 20 to 30%. So you have to love that, right? That's what you have to love. So again, if you have not invested in these companies, I would suggest you get into some of the infrastructure companies now, because whatever there is, when you have to rebuild bridges, what products and materials you're going to need, lumber companies that are going to require the infrastructure, you should be investing in or thinking about investing in those. All right. He's dropped you a couple of gems right here. NUE, X is steel, for instance. US Steel is the letter X on the stock market. NUE is Nucor. They do aluminum and steel as well. Cement is CX, for instance. So you can start thinking of all the different applications, like the lumber companies, the food companies, that's costing more. All right, looking at buying a 4-bedroom property next to University of Puerto Rico, and rent the rooms to students. Yeah, I know. It's lucrative, but I don't know how that works out. I know I can get at least $350 per room. That's $1,400 per month. What do you think? I think you mentioned this before. Once again, I don't know how much it's costing for this 4-bedroom. And let's do, if you do $1,400 per month, and that's what, 12 months. So what are we at? $16,000 a year? So how much does this property cost? That's the big question. I mean, is it $1 million? Is it 700 grand? Is it 500 grand? Because $16,000 a year, I'm sure they're not selling it for 160,000. I wouldn't think. So it's going to be around 300 or 400 grand, right? So that means you're only going to get about 5% on your money if that's the case. If it's 200 grand, then you're still not getting 10% annually, but 8% annually, that's still cool. It'll take you divide 8 into 72, and so that's 9 years that'll take you to get your money back. Meanwhile, you know how that works. The cost of money is worth less as we keep going because of inflation. So 16,000 now is worth more than 16,000 5 years from now. Because now, 5 years from now, 16,000 will be, you'll make like 18, 19,000, and it'll seem like 14, 13,000 because of inflation. So, but let us know what the price is. That matters. Leah Dennis is in the house. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream with the members only chat with the icon next to her name. Thank you so much for being here once again. Hello, SSN family. Always great info. Thank you so much for saying that. And I appreciate you with the icon. Jonathan, Hut 8 Mining is doing great this week. That's right. Mining companies are going to do great. Again, thank you for mentioning that, Jonathan. That's another company that people can put on their radar. In fact, if I didn't mention it, here's the pen. Here's the paper. Make sure you have it, because you can do your own due diligence when people are dropping these gems, that you can go check it out in case you want to invest in something in the stocks or stock market. Down below in the description, I'm going to have to add the free shares of stock to this video. I don't think I have it down below either. So it looks like I'm going to have to go do that to get it. I'm going to have to get it in another video, I see. Let me go see. I'll pull it up. I'm going to get it from another video, and I'll drop down a link so you can get free shares of stock from Robinhood and Webull. Give me about 1 minute, and we're going to drop it in the description down below. All right. And since we're 45 minutes in, please make sure you smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. That's very important, because even the newest videos are getting no love, blatant suppression of the SSN channel. All right. Everybody thinks I may be, what do you call those? Delusional. Maybe delusional is not the word. Maybe being paranoid. I don't think so. All right. Down below, I just added the free stocks that you can get from Robinhood and Webull. It's about 10 links down because I have a lot of links today, a lot of things that can help you boost your credit score, improve your credit score without worrying about if you have good credit, decent credit, or bad credit. You can still get new credit. And that's what I have in the links down below because they do no hard inquiry, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, yes, the paper assets, crypto and stocks are on fire. That's right. We're on fire this week, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of the crypto game, I gave you the free $10 link is down below in the description beneath the video. Also gave you the free $10 from Coinbase down below in the description as well. It's like they're announcing free money, 1 trillion Biden bill, X, Cleveland. Yep, CLF. Thank you so much. Mr. Financial dropping the other gem, CLF, ladies and gentlemen. Go check them out. You have to look at these stocks right now. This is infrastructure. These are steel. All right? You have to think about it. All right. I was looking at spending $150K or less for that property next to the University of Puerto Rico, including any type of renovations. Keep in mind these properties were built in the 80s and 90s. Right. That's what I'm worried about, Victor Marrero. Puerto Rico is a, I'll just call it a colony of the United States, the way they treat that country. Remember, even though it's a United States property, the requirements for building and infrastructure are different than what is normally in the USA. So before you buy down there, I would seriously consider looking at the structure and making sure, get a bird's eye view on this and make sure the structure and the roof, all this stuff, because this is one of the problems with Puerto Rico. They skimped and saved on production there. And especially when these are older. This is 30 years old now or older. And you remember they have hurricanes, they had flooding, they have all kinds of things. So just double check all of that before you buy, because you're seeing even in the United States, in the Miami area, when you had that collapse in Surfside, Florida, of the condominium, you have another one that they have deemed unsafe. And there's probably going to be another 5 to 10 of those that are going to be unsafe. They were all built in the 80s. Cement is not waterproof. Everybody thinks cement is waterproof. It is not. So when you have hurricanes, when you have winds whipping, when you have soil that potentially moves, that is not good unless it was prepared for beforehand. The new stuff they're building in the last 10 to 15, 20 years, I would like those a lot better than anything built in the 80s and 90s in these hurricane zones. So just keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. 150 would be awesome because that means I'm getting 10% on my money every year at that number that you gave me, at $1,400 a month. But again, I've never rented to students, but I do know this. When I was a student, I do know that it was a transient type of thing. So if they go semester to semester, you could actually have a changeover due to people graduating, due to people not coming back the next semester, due to a lot of factors. And so, yes, if ideally I would be able, now what happens in the summer when school is out? That's the question, right? Those 2 or 3 months. Sure, some people are going to be at the school, some people aren't. But will you have that rental? So those are the things that I concern myself with when it comes to renting to students. So if I can lock something in with students, that would be awesome. But everybody can go to the same location. They can go to the student union. They can go to Post Up for housing that's available. But once again, when you have a semester where you might have all of January off, people might not be there. I mean, you just never know what's going to happen as far as I'm concerned. I'd need a track record. I would need to see somebody showing me like 4 years worth of rental receipts and seeing what those look like. And especially when you're hurricane prone, like what happened about 2-3 years back what happened when there was a major hurricane that hit. And it seems that Puerto Rico's in the path these days. I used to live there when I was a kid. Luckily, the place was awesome. No hurricanes ever. Sure, they came in the Caribbean, but they always missed Puerto Rico, or they would always hit like the San Juan area. It was always weird, but never on the, what I don't even know what end I lived on, but the end, I'll call it the east side. So it's kind of weird. So just be careful is all I'm saying. Curtis Davis still dropping some more gems, ladies and gentlemen. AMD, that's one of the ones that I added to the SSN Nation stock portfolio in case you missed that video 2 days ago. That was one of them. Datadog, thank you for mentioning that. I didn't drop that one in there. And Docs, good stocks, that's right. And your Domo, DOMO, the cloud storage companies. You got to love those. So, of course, we have to keep talking about the big boys. We know there's going to be computerization. We know there's going to be cloud storage. We know there's going to be EVs. We know there has to be EV chargers. We know there has to be EV batteries. We know this. We know there's going to be e-commerce. We know there's going to be streaming services. So you have to prepare yourself to invest in those long-term type of companies. So I can't say anything bad about that. So we're at 51 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to get a little drink. So please forgive me for a second, but smash the like button if you haven't already. And if you have any questions, please ask them. All right. Now, we started off the subject matter, how to raise your credit score. We went over a few items that you can do, including clearing off your credit, your collections. And of course, if you missed that, you can always send me a message at eric@stopstrugglingnow.com, and I'll give you the free 3 sample letters that you can send into the credit bureaus to get your collections removed. All right, we can start with that. Let's go. Imagine including Margaritaville day passes to your condo rental package. Wow. Margaritaville has a unique and loyal clientele worldwide. You got that right. Those fans do anything to attend a Jimmy Buffett's concert. I know. That's what I'm talking about. I do know that. It's amazing, even after all these years. And the reason why you have loyal customers, in the last video that I dropped, because Casa Juanillo is in Cap Cana in the upscale luxurious neighborhood, Margaritaville, their renderings that they have there is off the charts. It looks like you're going to be spending $1,000 a night when you go to this place. In fact, I'm going to show some of that, I think. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. There's so many credit offers, new credit offers. Exactly. There's so many new credit offers because, let's face it, the fintechs are in the house now. Fintechs aren't requiring people to do hard inquiries. So they're taking business away from the banks. This is a beautiful thing, because now they're saying we don't need to check your credit. We need to check your bank account, which is what matters. We need to know that you're paying your other bills on time. We need to know that you have a balance to pay us. So sure, or better yet, why don't you just deposit your paycheck into our bank, and then we'll extend credit to you based on how much you are depositing in there every month. That's a beautiful thing. That's the case of One Finance. One Finance, the link is down below. So that is awesome. So we're going to go. Credit Karma did credit scores, but now they provide loan solutions too. Exactly. It's all coming around because they realize there's millions of people that do not have a 720, 740 credit score. So they're like, there's a whole underserved, and never mind people that have a credit score under 600. There's millions of those. So they're finally realizing, wait a minute, people have bad credit scores. Well, they had a hospital bill, medical bills. So now their credit's messed up. Then some people, they've had to file bankruptcies or whatever due to this pandemic. All kind of credit situations have occurred. So Now what are you going to do? A whole bunch of people, millions of people can't get credit who before had the 740, 750, 760 credit scores. So now there's a whole new service industry that is seizing upon the day. And I love what's happening. And so that's why Credit Karma, I can't remember who they were bought out by, but this is why loans are being given by Credit Karma now. They always did give out loans, but now they're even more proactive about it. All right. So let's go. I'm going to show you guys because I talked about this in today's video. And I'm going to go to it right now. I'll just do it this way. I'm going to go show you this Margaritaville. This is Margaritaville. What do they call it? Reserve at Cap Cana, Island Reserve at Cap Cana, I think is what they call it. Yeah, Island Reserve Cap Cana. This is in the Dominican Republic. You got to see this. Okay, so what's funny is, here we go. Curtis Davis says, Credit Karma, my friend just got approved a 10K loan through Credit Karma. Be it rate a little higher. Yes, the rate is going to be a little higher because they're giving out loans to people that have credit scores that are not 740, 750, 760. So, of course, and it's going to be worth it to a lot of people to consolidate their payments. So I can't blame them. And I like what Credit Karma is doing. At least hopefully they're not predatory, meaning 17%, 20% type of loan rates. But that's all right. So here we are right now. Always summer. Last night, this was under 400. So see, once again, if you snooze, you lose if you wanted to stay at the Margaritaville in Dominican Republic. So I just want to illustrate this here. Let me get on the screen. This is only 420 square feet. And I say only, actually, that's a pretty nice size room, quite frankly. 20 by 20, that's a nice size room for just a studio unit. And they're saying you're going to be on the second, third, fourth, or fifth floor of the main guest building. So no, you're not going to have ocean views, but who cares? You can walk outside. You're going to be at the ocean in 2 minutes. All right. Now, king size bed, sitting area, which opens up to a furnished terrace. This only sleeps 2 people. Doesn't even have a sofa sleeper, but it's still a nice size room. Here goes the next one, which actually can sleep at 2 adults and 2 children. So they have 2 queen beds. So once again, this is a studio unit. Now, I'm trying to get into this is another studio unit that sleeps 2 people. There's nothing here that looks to be, here's a king size bed and sofa sleeper. I'm trying to get past the studio, but here, these are all good. Swim up luxury junior suite. This is on the bottom floor. So this is awesome. You get to swim up, but that's $500 a night. All inclusive. Whatever that means, but all inclusive rate, which is nice. Now look, ground floor, king size bed, his and hers. This is still a studio unit. I don't know where they're getting this extra bedding at and how 6 people or 3 adults and 2 kids can sleep in here. I don't know, but $1,000 per night. You're seeing what this is, ladies and gentlemen. And then, of course, beachfront's $1,200 a night. That is a lot of money for units that sleep 2 or 4 people. Sure, it's all inclusive, but if you are next to Margaritaville, and like Victor Marrero said, you have a concert going on, people are going to pay this money and a whole lot more than what you see on this screen. If that's even the all-inclusive rate, that is good for you. Because if you have a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom, and somebody's going to pay $1,100 or $1,200 per night, they're going to spend 12 times 7, $8,500 for the week. Don't you think your unit for $3,000 for the week will be cool? $3,500? You think they're going to say, No, I think I'm going to stay over here for 8,500, and then Victor Marrero hit it right up. Let's just say you charge somebody 4,500, and then you tell them you have a day pass for 7 days. The day pass, I don't know what it costs. Maybe it costs $120. So you spent $1,400, not even 14, $850, $840, and you're sitting there like, okay, so instead of me making 4,000, I make 3,200, and I give you a day pass to Margaritaville. And then the person's like, well, wait a minute, I don't have to spend just 8,500 for a studio unit or a studio and sofa sleeper. Y'all can have a 1-bedroom condo. Yeah, okay. I think we have a solution here. We're going to have people renting at our spot. So that's why the Casa Juanillo property is very, very good. And there's going to be more properties coming. Dominican Republic is basically overbuilding at this point. From what I'm seeing now, these guys are carried away as if they're going to have 12 million visitors a year the way they're building. It's out of control. Just getting out of control. All right. So in case you guys want to see what you can get with no credit check, no qualifying in an upscale luxury location, let's go check that out. I'm going to show you what we're talking about, the Casa Juanillo. And by the way, reason why it's called Casa Juanillo is because Juanillo Beach is one of the top beaches in the Dominican Republic. It's also one of the top beaches in the Caribbean altogether. This is why people go there and they love it. And they're in the upscale area. You can't get in there unless you have to go through security gates with police at the gates. So there's no way around it. That's what you have to remember about this location. So again, I've been mentioning, this is the place where Vin Diesel was blocking the neighbors while he's trying to take his kids out for a bike ride. He's in Cap Cana blocking the neighbors. And other neighbors there are rich people as well. That's what was funny about this. So they were like, who do you think you are? What are you doing over here? Let's see. I can't find it. I can't find it. I was looking for it, but I can't find the... Let's see. It's the... I can't find it. Nope, can't find it. I'm going to take a guess. We'll get to it here shortly. All right. Yeah, I can't find it. So I'm going to have to do a search. So let's see. Mogo does loans which doesn't report to credit bureaus. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Write this down. Mogo does loans that do not report to credit bureaus. I love that. Off book. I love that. That's what I'm calling it. Off books. I love that. Oh, I found it now. Off books. If you can get credit without going on your credit file, that is what you want. All right. Here's Casa Juanillo. Now, keep in mind, for all of you who say, hey, Eric, $215,000 is too much for me. Well, this is Cap Cana, which is an upscale area. Of course, this might be too much. This is a 1-bedroom for $215,000. The 2-bedroom is $335,000. But there's other places in Punta Cana. You can buy a villa for $65,000, a townhouse for $65,000, a condo for $65,000, and up in other areas that are not considered upscale as Cap Cana. Cap Cana is number 1 upscale in Punta Cana. Number 2 would be on the grounds of like a Hard Rock Casino and Hotel, and they're the only ones that I know that are actually building condos on their golf courses. I don't know of any other all-inclusive place that are building condos. Then you start thinking about Oceana, which is in El Cortocito. Everything we're talking about is no barrier to entry, ladies and gentlemen, because if you have challenged credit, you can still do pre-construction properties. So you don't need credit at all. Okay? And Wilson Koo mentions the Mogo guys. They give you loans based on your income and history with them. Pay interest for as long as you have the loan or pay off all with no penalties. Oh, I like this. They're doing interest only like a Celsius network. Celsius network actually holds your crypto, men and women. They hold your crypto, and then therefore you can get loans against your crypto. You can borrow against it at 1%, pay interest only, and then your last payment is a balloon payment. In the case of Celsius network, you can have up to 3-year loans, and you can pay interest only at 1% for 3 years. That is awesome. And so now he's telling me Mogo, who I've never heard of, is giving out loans, and they may be interest only loans. That is sweet. That's impressive right there. All right. So since we have people here, please, we're 1 hour in. Please smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel, because this helps the YouTube algorithm and the gods say, okay, somebody's here watching. We don't want them to, but somebody's here watching. Okay. This is Casa Juanillo. Look at this. They have their own restaurant. They have their own movie theater. This is one of 2 rooftop amenities that have ocean view at Casa Juanillo. All right. Here's the speakeasy that I call it, because, again, they're calling it the clubhouse, but it could be called the game room, because you can see the pool tables, you can see the foosball, you can see the pinball machine. This is just renderings, so I don't know if this is what they're going to have in here, but the co-working space is also apparently here. Clubhouse, that's cool. And then, of course, what's even cooler is these 1-bedroom units are 1,000 square feet. Hell, my 2 penthouse units aren't even 1,000 square feet. All right. And they're 2 bedrooms, not 1 bedrooms. This is 1 bedrooms that are 1,000 square feet, over 1,000 square feet, by the way, nearly 1,100 square feet. So those are spacious and pretty big. And then, like I said, the 335, that's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath penthouse at the top. Okay. So hopefully you guys understand that. And then I'm going to show you, here we go. 335, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 140 square meters, which is, what is that? Almost 1,600 square feet, something like that. And then they have something 250, 1-bedroom, 2-bath, 115 meters. That's about almost 1,300 square feet. And then these are almost 1,100 square feet here, either one. So these are very nice. And then they have this feature that you see here at the bottom that they don't show at the top, this big old lake or pool. It's 400 square meter pool. This is huge. This is in front of the condos. This is renderings. You can see the playground for the kids, and that's a pool that comes down. And then I don't know what else they have going on this little beachy pool type area. But this is Casa Juanillo. 2 or 3 minute walk to the beach. Right here. It's somewhere in this neighborhood. That's only 2 minutes to the water. So again, here's your chance to get in to Cap Cana, which is upscale. Is this in English? Okay. I'm not going to get into all the amenities, but you can see they're very nice. See the pool here in the middle. It comes out, drops off. So it has potential. All I know is the closer you are to Margaritaville, the better, because I'm going to be able to rent out. If people are going to pay all inclusive and spend $4,000, $5,000, and then I can sit here and charge half, I'll take it. I'll take it all day, every day. And that's why you want to be near at a place when you do investments. You want to be near a place that you can always compare your prices, and you can always say, hey, I understand you have all inclusive there. I understand you like that genre, that location. I understand that, but I'm charging half, and I still have the same amenities in the room, and you still go to the same beach that's right in front of that place. And I might have bicycles with me. I might have other amenities that they don't have, like the speakeasy, the game room. See, they may not have it, even though Margaritaville does have it. But I'm just saying the movie theater, all those little amenities. Oh, and the rooftop deck that has ocean view. Those amenities add up, especially when somebody's sitting there going, well, I'll spend $3,800 at Margaritaville because it's all inclusive. And then you say, okay, but you can spend $2,800 with me, $2,200 with me. You can do whatever you want. You own the place. And then we still have the same amenities they have, except for one or two things. And those one or two things we're going to make up with, here's the bikes, right? That's for instance. Here's some tickets to something, Coco Bongo, for instance. You're going to make up the difference, small incremental differences that cost you hardly anything. That's what you're going to do. All right, let's go. They give you loans based on your income and history with them. Pay interest for as long as you have the loan or pay off all with no penalty. Oh, wow, that's very interesting. Yes, I believe up to $15K. Wow. We got to find out about this MoGo. Also, they have electronic credit debit card. Oh, wow, I love that. So 3 condos in Cap Cana, nearly $1 million in value. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Exactly. Actually, I'm going to go out on a limb. Actually, what I'm going to say is if you bought 2 condos, meaning the 2, well, I don't know how many penthouses they have. It looks like they have, from the configuration of the buildings, it looks like they could potentially have 6 penthouse, 2-bedroom penthouses. If they were still available, 2 of those will get you the mill. Because I think once they're built, those penthouse units, the 2-bedroom, 2 baths, being that they're in Cap Cana, I think they're going to be worth over $500,000 each. But yes, to your answer of 3 condos, $1 million in value. Yes, 300, 200, 200. What is that? 5? No, we're not there yet. So we need the 250, the 330, and another 250. Nope, we need another 335. So, yeah, you would need 3. They'll have $1 million value, and if you had all 3, then by the time they're built, they're probably going to be worth at least 1.5. In my opinion, from what I've seen so far, that's happening in the Punta Cana and Dominican Republic. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it once again, like I say every live. Timing does matter. If you can get into real estate in the Dominican Republic right now, I suggest you do, because they are changing the game. All right? Just like this Casa Juanillo. They're letting you put down 10%, but instead of only paying 30% or 20% during construction, they're making you pay 40% during construction. So you're going to put down 10%, which is 20 grand, let's say. 40% of 200 and some thousand is 80 grand. So now over the next 3 years and 4 months, you will be paying 80 grand, which is going to come out to roughly $2,000 per month. You're putting skin in the game, no credit check, no qualifying. You're only going to owe 50% of loan to value. Now, 50% right now is like 112, 110,000. But when it gets built, the 215, it's not going to be worth 215. It's probably going to be worth more like 350. So you're not going to owe 50% loan to value. You're going to only owe like 30% loan to value. So if you have a credit challenge, everybody on the planet will give you a loan for 25% loan to value or 30% loan to value. You will not have a problem. So that's why you put the skin in the game. You get the appreciation, you get the value, and now you're holding an asset. And of course, you can always borrow against your asset. So that's a beautiful thing. This is why I'm bullish. This is why I'm bullish on this. Yes, sir. I'm here. Silverman Fox is in the house. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here, Silverman Fox. I'm glad to see you once again. Curtis Davis, I guess you can calculate Airbnb income over the next 10 years with condo assets acquired, put in 200K deal, get back 400K over 8 years back. Hey, when you start really looking at some numbers, it'll start opening up a whole new world, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me get another drink here. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, has just touched upon a very, very good thing when it comes to real estate investing. A lot of people overlook this. So what he's saying is, let's just say we bought these condos for $215,000, this one bedroom. And what he's saying is, at the end of the time when they finished building it, let's say it went up to $350,000. Now it's built, and now let's just say we'll be conservative, 10% on our money a year. So we're getting $30,000 a year. So what happens over the next 8 years? 8 times 30 is 240,000. So add in the 240,000 that we've received in profit. Add in, we paid 215, but now 8 years later, this property is not worth 350 no more. It's worth, let's call it 450. So our property is appreciated 200,000. We've made 200 and some thousand. That's how he gets to this number of $400,000 is potentially in your pocket. And we can still borrow against our asset. And the asset could potentially be paid off by now. So now we have a full asset worth 450 and we still have cash. So our values are actually a little bit higher. But that just gives you an idea of what he's talking about here. And this is why the rich get richer, especially in a Cap Cana area, especially in places that have amenities. Let's just face facts here. We have to have amenities. We have to have reasons why people want to stay in your neighborhood. That is the reason why location matters. And I'm liking this situation in Cap Cana, and I'm still, if I would have known what I knew now about Cap Cana, I would not have bought. My first condo I would have bought would have been in Cap Cana when they had it a 1-bedroom for $131,000. This is just about in December. It was 2 weeks before I went to Dominican Republic. 2 weeks before the end of December, they had these 1-bedroom condos on the golf course. Some of the units had ocean view. I don't know what the 131 probably did not have ocean view, but it was still right there. Walk to the Juanillo Beach that I show in the video. Would have been there walking probably 2 minutes, 3 minutes max, and could have bought that for 131. They were sold out in 48 hours. And I know why. 131,000 and somebody only had to put down $1,000 and then 13,000 for 10%, and it still wasn't going to be built for like 3 years. That's why they sold them sight unseen, because people knew what Cap Cana was. And 131,000 in Cap Cana right up from Juanillo Beach, that was a steal. But at the time when she told me about it, I didn't know what it was. Okay, I knew Cap Cana was like this nicer place, but I didn't know that it was designated to be 5-star. So, and then I didn't realize where it was, right there on the golf course. And literally, I could see Juanillo Beach right where we were standing. It was incredible. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And that's why they were like, oh, they're sold out in 48 hours. So this is why the prices now are not in the 1s. They're in the 2s. Because they do realize that they can sell them for a lot more. And people are buying them up. I'm going to be shocked for how long these are going to last at $215,000. It's going to be very interesting. Yes, keep the money rolling in. Luxury premium market. That's right. Curtis Davis has hit up on another point. If you have never rented in Airbnb, vacation rentals, or even just a month-to-month rental, the premium market always has a market. The reason why is when there's an inflation, where there's a downturn in the economy, the rich still have extra money. So they still get to live in these upscale areas. Sure, people lose out when there's a downturn in the economy, but for the most part, upscale properties, you still have enough people who make money, so the upscale market still stays intact. That's what the difference is. So this is why you have to consider amenities and being in an upscale area. All right, so when we're talking about real estate, you guys can search the channel. Man, can we roll back the hands of time? Exactly, Tim Smith. Exactly. Tell me about it. All right, so we're going to keep going about the real estate, because we talk about investing, and credit has a lot to do with investing. The traditional way to invest is normally, hey, I want to get this property, go down, find out what your credit score is with the lender. The lender says, okay, your credit score is high enough, or it's not high enough. You got to give us a little bit more down payment. You get your options, and that's traditional. Pre-construction is not that. Pre-construction is you're putting your down payment on the property, usually 20, 30, 40, 50% down while they're building the property. So you already have more that you would invest in a normal home purchase, except you don't have to qualify. Not qualifying is pretty major. That means, again, anybody can get in. Nobody's stopping you. That's the beauty of it. I lived by the beach for 2 years. The client wants to be by best amenities. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was, Curtis Davis, once again, Mr. Financial. This is what I've been saying for a long time, because I've been doing rentals for a long time. As he knows, like he says, he lives by the beach for 2 years. When somebody comes, the first thing they say is, when they know there's a body of water, they always ask, how far is it from the beach? That is number one question. Soon as you tell them either way, it's by the beach, or if you don't have a property that's by the beach, now you have reasons for selling your property no matter where it is. But most properties on the beach, there is not enough space to create amenities. Usually they will have a pool, a hot tub, maybe a fitness center, and that's pretty much it. They're not going to have much else because there's not enough room. And the cost per square footage in the first place to build out is astronomical. Or what do? You have an upscale area where the cost that people are going to pay to rent there is already higher. So now you can pay for additional amenities, because the square foot price, even though it's higher, I will get back my money because I know people will pay $1,000 per night. Now, if you live in a place that's on the beach where people aren't going to pay $1,000 per night, then that place probably is not going to have much amenities. That's the difference. Okay? Just keep those kind of things in mind. But that is it exactly. The persons always say, I want to be by the beach. Then the next thing that I always say is, because I have properties on the beach too, but then I turn around and say, hey, for all those properties I don't have on the beach, and I say, hey, but I have all these other amenities. This is why you want to stay here. And oh, by the way, there's a shuttle to the beach. As soon as you say there's a shuttle to the beach, and then you have more amenities than the property on the beach, people are good. They're like, all right, I'm good. I'll give you a perfect example. Newport Beach, Marriott. Marriott at Newport Beach is not at the beach. But yet, when you come out and go swimming at the pool, you know what you see? Ocean views. When you're sitting at the restaurant, ocean views. When you're in your room, ocean views. But it's not at the beach, but it's a 5-star Marriott Newport Beach, and it cost a pretty penny during prime time, January, February, March. Prime time. People are paying prime time and they're not at the beach. But we got a shuttle that goes to the beach. You see what I'm saying? All right? So just keep these things in mind when you're doing your real estate investing. There's a difference between Manhattan's beach and Venice Beach. Right. But he or she buys before the market takes off, wins. Exactly. That's exactly right. And it helps to know what it's designed for. Everybody knows Venice Beach is like for tourists. Manhattan Beach, that's like what I call the hidden beach. Even though people have heard of it, I still call it the hidden beach because you can just drive down there and there's hardly anybody there. And actually, rich and famous people live in those homes that are along Manhattan Beach. It's funny. So it's pretty awesome. Once you miss pre-construction prices, you're then at the mercy of resales. That's what's happening here at Margaritaville Resort in Orlando. My 2018 property there has gained over $200K in equity. Crazy. Exactly. Victor Marrero chiming in, letting people know this is why real estate is so powerful, especially in this day and age, where you can get yourself in by controlling an asset. And then if you can get that 2-year window, which most of the time you will, because it takes 2 years to build, you will have appreciation, just what he's talking about here, 200K. It's 3 years from 2018, let's call it 3 years, to 2021. But in 3 years, he hasn't done anything. He has earned 200K appreciation, and he's been able to rent out his property right after the COVID up until next year. He says it's pretty much rented out from now until March or April of next year. Talk about return on investment. That is phenomenal. But again, Margaritaville is phenomenal. He's enjoying that luxury premium market that Mr. Financial was talking about. People pay for that luxury. And for some reason, a lot of people don't understand when they buy property, they don't think people will pay the money. They will pay the money, especially when you're in upscale and then you can't scrimp. If you're in an upscale area or you have an upscale property, then you cannot scrimp on the fixtures, on the materials inside. You're going to have the cool flat screen. You can't go buy the Walmart Westinghouse flat screen. You're going to have to upgrade the flat screen. That's all I'm saying. You're going to have the nice furniture. You're going to have to upgrade that furniture. You just can't use a furniture that you're going to find at a motel hotel. You're going to actually, if you want people to pay more, then you make your unit upscale. That's what you do, because your pictures speak 1,000 words. All right. Just keep these things in mind if you're going to do any real estate investing where you're going to start renting to the public. And then always keep a reserve for when you have to replace your furniture. Margaritaville is a little different because that was a project where it included the furnishings. And the reason why is that way you can be in the rental program and you're setting it and forget it. Everything's done by the management company and you're willing to take your 10 or 12. I don't know what the percentage is that Margaritaville gives their people that rent, but people are paying high prices compared to other locations. So that means you're getting a greater return or the same return as anyone else, not losing anything. So that's the beauty of premium market condos. And even, I'll give you one more story about premium market. You can be, let's just call Cap Cana the premium marketplace. Now we go to a different marketplace, like people, I haven't mentioned it yet, but I always do. Vista Cana we don't know what Vista Cana is. It's a new project in Punta Cana. We don't know if this is upscale, if this is a premium market. We don't know if it's going to end up being a low market because there's more renters than anything else. We don't know what it's ultimately going to be. We do know the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino is a premium property. So if you have something built on the Hard Rock, we already know what it is. So people know that if there's an event at the Hard Rock, a concert, they know that a studio or a suite is going to cost over $1,000 per night to stay at the Hard Rock. So therefore, if people have condos at the Hard Rock, they can charge, let's call it 50%. You can still get $500 or $600 or $700 per night for your 1 or 2 bedroom, because they're paying $1,200 or $1,400 a night for a 1-bedroom suite. That will happen. But you're not going to be able to have garbage furniture in that place, because when people leave reviews, they're going to say things like, well, yes, the condo was nice, but the furnishings was a little less than what we thought for what we paid for the night. Even though you did everything right, but there is something to be said when the review leaves you, the person leaves you a review that says everything was awesome, the furnishing was awesome, the way the place looked like $1 million. That's what you want people to leave, because that gives you a calling card. So when people are going over the reviews, they sit there and listen. They're watching this going, okay, there's one person that says the place was nice. 2 people say it was nice, 5-star. A 4th person, they start reading all these 4 stars, 5 stars. This is why you will be able to charge more. So you could have 5 people, you could have 10 people at the Hard Rock charging $450 per night. You, on the other hand, says, well, I think I'm going to charge $529 per night. But the reason why you're going to get it is because your reviews all say beautiful, took care of me, left me a gift basket, all these other things, left me a bike for us to ride down, all these other little things. All of a sudden, people are like, you know what? I'm going to pay the extra $60, $70 per night. Look at all these reviews. People are saying this person was stellar. This accommodation is stellar. I'm going there. Versus these other reviews that say, okay, it was a nice stay. Thank you so much. That matters when you're doing real estate rentals. That's what you have to always give it up for the premium. All right. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on bigfollows.com. Well, Boonicorn, I don't know how he got in here, because it's members only can be in the chat room, but somehow, he's on Twitch. That's how he got in here. All right. Well, that's a rare moment. A person on Twitch said something, but you know how it is. There's always somebody trying to sell something. Hell, the way things are looking right now, I should buy followers. Or no, not followers. I don't need followers. We need viewers of the videos. So keep in mind, share the videos, ladies and gentlemen, because information that we're giving can help out thousands of other people. A lot of people to this day don't realize that they can buy real estate regardless of their credit. They still think they are beholden to the banks and the mortgage lenders when they go, oh, I'm sorry, your credit score is only 680. You can't get a loan with us. You can buy property still. That's what we teach here. You can improve your credit still, regardless of what anybody says. All right. So that's what we're talking about. And I'll get back to the Vistacana. Before I get to Vistacana, in fact, I'm going to show you something right now. We have some new projects. I forgot about this. Andrea Rodriguez. I'm using hers. Here's her WhatsApp. If you're interested into this Casa Juanillo property in Cap Cana, please contact her. Again, these prices are not astronomical. They have 90 units. I'd be willing to bet my last dollar. If you call by the end of August, I believe 90% of this will be sold easily, because these prices are not outrageous. If it was 400,000 or 500,000, then I would say, okay, that would be cause for pause. But what's happening right now? No cause for pause on this. Now, I'm going to go show you some other things, because this is what's happening in Vistacana. We don't know what Vistacana is going to be. This is starting from scratch. But here's another property, ladies and gentlemen, that just came out. They're building more. Unbelievable. Look at this. 3 and 4 bedroom villas with private pool, golf cart, and excellent amenities. Now, this is starting to get good. This looks a little upscale to me. I don't know about you, but this is looking upscale. I like it. But this is more than at Cap Cana. But it's okay. And they're saying this is going to be done a year from now. Can you believe this? I'm loving all of this. That means this will be built before my unit is built. I'm loving this. Because now if you can get some villas that have a private golf cart or court, maybe they're talking about a golf court. I don't know what they're talking about. Private pool. We have something good going on here. Look at this. This is crazy. This is nice. Nice. Let's see what it looks like. Try and get this off the screen here. Let's see if we can. Yeah, I think they mean a court, golf court. That's what I think they mean. I don't think it includes a golf cart. Golf carts are expensive in Dominican Republic. It's almost worth it to buy it here and ship it over. But this is very nice type of modular design. Now, this is what I'm saying. We don't know if this ultimately will be this is going to be an upscale side of Vistacana. So this is what I love. This is awesome for us who own in Vistacana. This is going to be in Paseo del Sendero. So of course, all this is, the amenities are all the same for everybody. The golf course, the fishing lake, the recreational park, the restaurants, the school, the commercial area. But now look, they want 5,000, which is, that's respectable. 5,000 to reserve. And then since it's going to be built next year, deliveries next year, you only have 12 payments. So I don't know what the requirement's going to be, but 5,000, and you can see these are huge. These are 2,700 square feet. This is over 3,000 square feet. These are huge mansions by comparison in the Dominican Republic. This one's like 3,500 square feet. This is crazy, with a terrace that's also pretty large. These are huge. So I guess they must have something up top, or are they talking about a terrace down? I don't know, but this is impressive. So again, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think. I think impressive. Then we have more. There's more. Here's what else over that they added. These are all new. So Vistacana has upscale 3-bedroom deluxe, 195. They have their pool out back, barbecue. Once again, these are 1,500 square feet. So of course these are all renderings, but these look very nice in the renderings. That is 1,600 square feet. I like it. These are duplexes, as they call them, side by sides. Duplex, townhomes, whatever you want to call them. 195 is reasonable, 208 is reasonable, 52 units. And once again, it's only $1,000 to reserve these. And then I don't know when it's going to be built, but let's see. December 2022. You got about 16 payments. So once again, they're building these awfully fast. These are going to be built before mine. This is incredible. Incredible. And again, reach out to Andrea Rodriguez at this number if you're interested. No credit check, no qualifying, and let her know you're part of the Stop Struggling Now Nation. She'll know who that is. And once again, beautiful, right? I think it's beautiful. Let me know what you guys think. I remember the hamburger and fries in Premium Beach area was $70 a plate. Yeah. Talking about Manhattan Beach? Exactly. That crest looks good. Yeah, you got that right. Villas sounding nice. You got that right, Wilson Koo. I like it too. They're awesome. They're upscale. Wow. Those 3 to 4 bedroom villas at Vistacana, talking about living the life of the rich and famous. You have to hand pick your renters. Hey, Victor Morrell, you know you don't have to hand pick your renters. You know what that means. That just means you're going to be charging that $700 a night. That's how you get out the middleman, right? You know you're going to be charging the most. That's all. And that's how you got to do it. But yeah, actually, you kind of do have to hand pick them. Because, man, that's way up there. Eric, please send me the number and the name of the places in the email. Rephrase, please, Wilson Koo. I don't know what the number and name of the places in the email. Oh, you mean these? You mean these places I'm talking about? And where? The Juanillo Beach and all that? Let me know. I'll put them in the chat room. Here goes one of them. I don't know which one. Here goes the villas. I put that in the chat room, so you can go check that out. Let's see. Casa Juanillo. I'll put that in the chat room too. If that's what you're referring to, let me know. There goes the Casa Juanillo one. And then we'll go to the duplexes. Man, my unit's small compared to all these. And they are kind of small because I have the condos. I didn't really want somebody living there. But there's all those three I put in. What is the woman's name? Andrea Rodriguez. You can see it in there, all right? So Andrea Rodriguez, she's the realtor. I believe I gave you all of them. Let's see. That's the three. That's the three. That's Casa Juanillo, and that's the 4 bedrooms El Sendero, Paseo del Cerro, whatever it was. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. All right. So hopefully that helps everybody. And I'm going to show you something else, because this is one of those deals. The Casa Juanillo. This is why. I want to show you guys. This is why controlling real estate in a certain area, why it can help you. Because what I'm about to show you, this is Margaritaville. I dropped a video today where I showed people where the Margaritaville is going to be. So literally, I was literally right over here. And the picture I show is I'm standing here and I do a turn. And right now, this is all white. Well, when I was there, it was just cement. It was gray. So you can see this portion this is already built, actually. This building is, the cement's already put in. All right. They haven't clearly put on all the roof and everything else. It's just grayed out right now. But you can see it where I'm standing is literally right here. So this is on the beach, and I'm going to show you pictures. This is why people pay these crazy prices. They have no problem paying $800, $1,000 a night. This is why. This is Margaritaville. Margaritaville actually sells units there as well. Now, they're not going to be 200 grand or 300 grand. They're going to be more in Cap Cana. But this gives you an idea. This is from, this guy has May, and he actually shows pictures from May of 2021. Look at this. See where they've started. This isn't even grayed out, so they've already put coating on some of these. And here is the actual main entrance. So when they were those prices where they were saying in the hotel on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th floor, where people are going to be paying $500 or $600 per night, that's in these units right here. Just to give you an idea. So go back up here. See this here? See these? Here's that swim up. First floor. Keep all this in mind. And if you have a unit, which is going to be back this way, again, this is a big time location for Casa Juanillo. I'm almost like their promo guy right now, even though I'm not buying there. Okay, thanks. Those are them. Right on. Okay, I'm glad to hear it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, an hour and 45 minutes in, please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel and press the subscribe button and put your thumb on the all notification bell. The reason why? YouTube does not share our videos. Down below at the very bottom in the description, please sign up for the newsletter because I send out an email whenever I do new uploads. Okay? So please help us out that way and please share the videos. Those Punta Cana builders, they're stepping up their game. Competition is fierce. So many nice ones. Decisions. You're not lying. You are not lying. All I can say is I'm kind of torn between when I was there just 7, 8 months, 9 months ago, and I got my units. I'm torn now because there's other units like Oceana is pretty sweet. The downtown properties, those are sweet. Then you have the new stuff at Vista Cana. Those are sweet. Then they're over in Cap Cana doing this 215 stuff. Those are sweet. I'm just like, man, decisions for anybody that's coming over there. We did have a member over there 2 weeks ago, and he was going all over the place, and the same thing happened to him. He was at the Hard Rock. He was at the Vista Cana. He was in Cap Cana. He was over in El Cortecito. He was literally like didn't know what to choose because everything ends up being almost within the same ballpark. So if you're at Cana Rock and they're telling you, okay, we have some units over here for 115, 120, then you go over to Vista Cana and they're telling you, oh yeah, well, we have some units over here for 130, 120, townhouses for 75, 65. Then you go out to Cap Cana and you find out, oh yeah, they have these new ones coming out and they're going to be 200. It's almost like you get inundated with too much information and you can't make a decision, which is what happened. Then they told him about Panorama Lux. Panorama Lux is apparently going to be Lakeview units that are going to start at 70 grand. And I'm like, that's insane. That's beautiful. Those are going to be coming out in about 4 or 5 days. August 15th is what they were saying that they were going to release those. So some more units are going to be coming out at Vista Cana, which only means one thing. The place is getting built up pretty fast. And I'm hoping it stays upscale because they have all the amenities to be upscale. But I just know you can't have the thing that I'm worried about at this point. How many people are actually going to live there? That's what I'm worried about. You can't stay upscale when you have 2,000 people roaming around. That is not upscale. All right. Generally not upscale. Upscale generally has not that many people running around because not that many people are going to be paying these crazy prices, which is what Cap Cana is. It's not going to be overran, even though they're building a lot of things, but it costs a lot of money to stay there. So I'm hoping Vista Cana ends up like Cap Cana, where people are saying, you know what, it's upscale. They have a lot of nice amenities. So we're going to always keep this prices up, make it a premium market. We'll see what's going to happen because they have a lot of properties, 60, 70, 80 grand. So we'll see. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're an hour and 49 minutes in. We're almost going to wrap this up. Hopefully I helped everybody that wanted to be here tonight to help raise your credit score. Hopefully to fix your credit score. You now know how to do that. Hit me up at support@StopStrugglingNow, and I'll send you over some sample letters so you can get your credit repaired yourself, your DIY credit repair. All right. Maggie Sherry's in the house with the icon next to her name. Thank you so much for being here on the Wednesday Night Live. Loving these gems. Thank you so much, Maggie Sherry. That's what we like to do around here. We're trying to share and give out this information because there's no barrier to entry. The only barrier is you're going to need some cash. That's the only barrier in reality. But credit, nobody's stopping you from buying anything. There is nothing. All you have to do is show up and sign on the dotted line and say, I want that. Here's my 1,000. Or in the case of some of the places in Vista Cana now, here's my 5,000. All right. Or in and Capcana, here's my 10% down. So that's what you have to do. So this is what I love it about us sharing amongst each other. Thanks, fam, for all the gems. You're welcome once again. And thank you, Wilson Koo, for that Mogo loan gem that you dropped. I appreciate that. And I appreciate, once again, that donation from the get-go from Olivia Jones for the super sticker. Thank you so much. I humbly appreciate that. And again, please share the videos, ladies and gentlemen. Please smash the like button, because the last 2 videos, YouTube has showed no love for this SSN Nation. And once again, on Friday Night Live, please join us, 9-10 p.m. Eastern. And the chat room is open to everybody. And with any live stream, we can talk about anything you want to talk about. So please bring out any questions, any subject matter you want to talk about, and we'll talk about it. Now, let's talk about one last thing before we wrap this up, SSN Lifestyle. I'm going to run the video. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the video by now. But I have an announcement. Auntie Val's not here tonight. But at the SSN Lifestyle website, you can sign up under the Founders Club right now. And there is PayPal buttons, so you can do PayPal credit. So I specifically hooked it up for you. So if you sign up for the Founders Club, just keep in mind you can do the credit, and then you will I will have to manually send you your referral code. In other words, you can refer other people and start the money-making process. Let the games begin. All right? So again, it's not set up with the affiliate program sign up right now, but on Friday it will be. But if anybody wants to sign up now, they can at ssnlifestyle.com. And I'm going to run the video. This is a preview. What's going to happen coming up, ladies and gentlemen. SSN Lifestyle. Do you want to travel and see the world? Stay in luxurious accommodations. Have peace of mind and relaxation. The financial freedom to enjoy the life you deserve? Well, welcome to the SSN Lifestyle. Your financial health will create your wealth. We are here to help you drive to your destination of greatness. And we have the start button. If you are willing to learn, put in the work, and help others achieve their goals and dreams, then please join us for a better future. And welcome to the SSN Lifestyle. We will help you create happiness and freedom to enjoy life. All right. Thanks, Curtis Davis, for that. Love the video, Barry. Barry White reference. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. So I'm going to actually go to the screen. I'll show some love for that. SSN Lifestyle. Hold on. Let's go. Here goes the screen. Okay. I'm just going to act just like the pre-construction guys. If you want to be a founder, here's all the benefits. Not all. Most of the benefits are here. Not all. I still have some more coming. But SSN Lifestyle, $2,195. Now, once I get this thing hooked up, we're going to be in pre-launch for about at least 2 months. The website will change a little bit. There'll be a different way for members to see the different type of, there's going to be in fact, people can sign up for free, because if you're free, you're just a straight affiliate. You can sign up as a member, which means now you can refer other people and make additional streams of income. There's all different kind of levels that's going to be happening. A founder, though, gets all these perks. And I'm not going to go over the perks. You guys can go to SSN Lifestyle. In fact, I'll leave a link in the chat room so you guys can go see. I've added a few more benefits. Especially the top ones that I like is, I'll just go over a few. Number ones I like is, of course, you get a free stay in either one of the condos in Punta Cana. The 2-bedroom, 2-bath, sleep up to 6 people. So you can stay in those. And in fact, I actually see I messed up, because my units are 2-bedroom, 3-bath, because in the terrace there's a full bath. So actually, and then the other one I have, right, 2-bedroom, 3.5. 4 tickets to Coco Bongo, 1 night of private chef service for your meal, 2 tickets to Kathmandu Park, and a week in the Punta Cana penthouse that I have. All right. Then you get 3 nights, 4 days of accommodations. That's nice. The SSN Lifestyle membership, refer a friend program, you're in that as well. You don't have to pay the $149 or the $349 additional. The Ring of Fire, which are going to be people that come and give us investment options, and Founders Clubs get first choice. You're going to have the VIP tickets to the Punta Cana second quarter party 2023. We're probably looking at May 2023 for the Punta Cana SSN Lifestyle Party, and you get 2 tickets on the yacht for the catamaran party. Something else, the yearly boat yacht credit of $400 is probably going to be $450. And what that means is when we have a certain deal that we're going to be doing, you want to go spend the day or few hours on a yacht or boat, and it's $400 and $450 for the 3 hours, then guess who's paying for it? SSN Lifestyle. Then there's going to be a bonus club pool. You get a pool of some of the money that's going to be in a pool. There's a Founders Club pool, so you'll be getting a little check every month. And then, of course, this is the part I wanted to show because Auntie Val and a few other people were asking me about PayPal credit. And as you can see, PayPal credit is an option on this page only. And that's how we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we're starting it. So hopefully that's a little preview for you. And, oh, by the way, how can I forget? You guys, there's some special Hawaii deals. How can I forget about this? Hold on a second. Let me get back to the screen. I forgot. I just uploaded some specials. Let's go look at the hot deals. Hold on a second. Hold on. Look at this. Maui, Christmas, Labor Day. You got a few days. Kahana Falls. It's on the beach, ladies and gentlemen. A 1-bedroom on the beach in Maui, $975 for the whole week. Christmas, Kuleana Club, $1,099 on Christmas week. Okay, look, do you see these prices? This is crazy. This is crazy. And keep in mind, I left them open so you guys can see, but what's going to end up happening is these prices are going to be more. So for everybody that's not a member, there's going to be a member pricing, and then there's going to be general public prices. So when you guys send people over, they're still going to be cheap, way less than what you can charge or what people are going to have to pay when they go here. Look at this, Oahu, out at Ko'olina. This isn't downtown, but at the end of this month, 2-bedroom, 2-bath penthouse. Okay, look, this is insanity. Wyndham Waikiki, 1-bedrooms. Okay, look, and even downtown San Francisco, less than $600 for a week, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. You seeing this? You can't stay in San Francisco for no $600 for a week. San Francisco costs more than they cost like $200, $250 a night just for a normal hotel. Come on. All right. So anyhow, that's just a preview. Some of the perks you guys get. All right. I like that. And then we'll go check the site. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo. Appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're going to wrap this up. Hopefully you enjoyed the information that I gave you regarding how to raise your credit score, how easy it is. And in case, I'll recap one real fast. You can call up your credit card companies right now in the middle of the night and say, hey, can you increase my credit score? I mean, my credit limit, because I need to buy something additional. I've been paying on time. What's the problem? You can simply ask. That's one way to do it, right? So just keep in mind, get your credit right, get some assets in 2021. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And that's why we have to always talk about credit is an asset. So therefore, we have to always, even if we falter with our credit, we have to get it back correct. And there's ways to do it. And I gave it to you tonight. And down below in the description, there are many ways to get new credit because there's no hard inquiries. At least 10 items are down there with no hard inquiries for you to get credit going again. That's a bonus for you. And then, of course, we started talking about no hard inquiry, no credit check for real estate, which is a whole nother conversation. So thank you again. And please share the videos. Please smash the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you like what we're talking about. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.